Hello. Hey everyone, this is Sajal. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Sorry for the delay. I was trying to connect with my laptop, but uh, so, we have all the so do we have all the participants? Like okay, great. So let me again start with my introduction. So I am Sajal Garg and I would be your trainer. Audible? You can probably write in the chat box. Hello everyone. Yeah, great. So let me start with my introduction. So my name is Sajal Gai and I would be your trainer for this master class. And we would be doing data analytics with Microsoft Excel using some of the case studies. So I would be starting with the very basics. And let me just share my screen and then we can start what is data analytics. Okay. So basically, what is data analytics? Data analytics is uh, when you have a lot of data and you want to analyze those data to get some better insights. And I would like to tell that when we try to analyze with that data, it's very important that we deal with what kind of data we have and what kind of insights we want to generate. So there are various types of analytics that we use on the data, and there is an importance to why this field is growing in the job market as well. So this is today's generation the best job or the best industry to work in. Why? Because there is a lot of data that is being with the companies. They want to analyze it to better predict the future. So by data analytics or data science, they will basically want to know that what will be their future is given the data that is with them right now. Okay. Any doubts in what is data analytics? You can ask in the chat box. Any doubts till now? Okay. So let me tell you what is exactly mean of data. So data can be from anywhere. Like for example, to tell you that if you are in a business, you might need to estimate or predict that what is your workforce efficiency. Okay. So you would see that at what time they are coming, on what projects they are working on what things they would do. Okay, what is the efficiency that they put together, what is the productivity they produce. So this can be the thing. This you can maintain by extracting the data. Whereas on the other hand, there can be other benefits as well. For example, in if you are in a laboratory, so you want to analyze that what is the percentage of the products that you are manufacturing or you are basically researching will give you better results or not. So you make a log that, yeah, that this was the success rate of my medicine or my research or this, and then you analyze it with the data that, yeah, I am going towards a positive trend or a negative trend. There can be more examples. For example, if to get give you a very general example, you want to measure what's the weather or predict what the weather is. So you manage or make a data set of weather conditions, and then you mark that yes, there is this degree of temperature there, and then according to that degree of temperature, you predict a trend that, yeah, after a while, what would be the weather condition and what would be the temperature in a particular area. Such kinds of analytics are always being used, and now the uh, uh, everyone is using it, and that's why it's the most widely used industry, and it's the most exciting job to work on it. Okay, and it's right now the most important learning field as well, because if you learn these skills, if you understand these skills with a and become an expert of these skills, you have a better chance of getting the job in this particular field. Okay, getting my point. So I would like you, if you can also tell me what do you think or what you have seen that there are um, examples of data analytics that you have observed, maybe in your company, in your daily life, or like that. You can maybe put it in your chat box that what are the examples according to you for data analytics. Guys, please say yes or no. Okay. So yeah. So Manik says that he has done sentimental analysis using our language to know what people think about a particular product. Exactly. That's also data analytics. So to explain you what sentimental analysis Manik must have done is basically it has gone through the reviews of a particular product to see that on a basic level, to see and categorize those reviews into positive reviews and negative reviews. Okay. So Preeti mentioned that Amazon must be an example, right? So in Amazon, you can see, so based on your history, in your search history. So according to the, you must have observed that whenever you search a particular product, you might be getting those products in your as an offer, or you would get those in the above list whenever you search any kind of products. So that's basically analyzing your search history and to better understand that what are you searching, to make your mind in such a way that you buy whatever they are showing you. So that's one. Yeah. So Anirudh, can you explain to track my monthly expenses? So what analytics do you use for that? Abhirudh, sorry. Okay. Yeah. So that's also an example of analytics that he tried to categorize that what his spending is. His spending is basically a luxury item, or which is not maybe his current need, his daily needs, and the expense that he does on a basis of requirement or an emergency. Okay. So daily needs expense are the expenses that he needs to do every day, whatever the condition would be. Whereas there would be some bracket or some categorization with essential items, okay, which he needs on a requirement basis. And there is, for example, a luxury thing. For example, he wants to buy a shirt or you wants to buy a shoe. It may not be a requirement or a necessity, but it's a luxury item. Okay, so that's how you can track your monthly expenses as well. Anyone else? Exactly. We can use analytics for analyzing website traffics. Exactly. There are n numbers of examples for that. We can use website traffic to analyze that what customers are there, what's their background is. Okay. So, for example, Facebook. Okay. The ads that you see on Facebook are basically driven by the profile that you have created on Facebook. So they basically extract the information that you have on Facebook to know what kind of a person you are, what are your search history, and then present you the ads of the products that you would like to buy. Okay. You must have noticed that whenever you have liked a particular page, it must have shown you that they want to access your personal information. So from that personal information, they extract or analyze that what kind of things that you want to buy. So that's one. So these are all the examples of e-commerce. Exactly. So Coca-Cola strengthened its data strategy by building a digital loyalty program. Yes, that's also true. Uh, then you might have observed that Pepsi also launched a campaign in which they will give you a Paytm cashback in which you enter your number and message them a particular product code that you buy from Pepsi. Okay, and then you message them. So that's also analyzing. So I'll tell you what kind of analysis is this. So there are two units involved. One is Pepsi and the other is Paytm. So Paytm is getting your data, your mobile number, so that he can use it for advertising towards you. Also, it's kind of an advertising because then Paytm is actually telling you to deliberately telling you to use Paytm. And why Pepsi? Pepsi is also getting your data and they are getting to know that how many customers are there who are buying Pepsi over Coca-Cola or other brands. So that's also an example where these companies are utilizing it. Okay. Okay. So uh, let's talk about different industries as well where analytics is used. So what do you think Ola and Uber are using from analytics? Like what benefits they are getting it from analytics? So Ola and Uber or the transport industry, what kind of analytics do you think they are using? Guys, please everyone respond. They probably understand consumer behavior, driver behavior, and make policies and pricing around it. Okay. So Ganesh says that they probably understand consumer behavior, driver behavior. Okay. So how they understand consumer behavior. Okay. So basically, when you give them the rating, okay. So by rating, by the journey distance, by the price that you pay on a monthly basis to use Ola and Uber services, they analyze those things. And that's how they provide you the discount offers. They provide you cashback options. They provide you in that. Okay. You guys can't see the PPT. Now can you see? Karthik, can you see now? You have to click to that button wherever you are seeing that. Okay. Yeah. And yeah, using internal and external factors to estimate fares. Yeah. So basically, based on the customer feedback, on the journey, on the time, on the area, they use all these factors, and as well on the basis of the time, how much time do you using your the services, at what times you are using that. So basically you must have observed this if you are a frequent Uber or Ola user. As soon at the time that you book a particular ride, for example, if you are going from office to home, you might be going daily at around 6 7 p.m. At that particular time the prices of the cabs are very high. But if in one day you go at around 2 or 3 p.m., the prices of the same distance is low. So that's also the analytics they are using. And also, yeah, customer location, particular time at which these companies face most traffic, right? They also analyze the strength of a particular person or group of person who are taking the cabs from a particular company or particular area. So for example, if there is an area in which 100 people are taking cabs daily, usually this happens at the corporate companies where people take the cabs daily. So they actually maintain or reserve their cabs so that people can book at that particular time. Okay, so these are the examples. So I've listed down some of the example in different industries where basically data analytics is being used. So as we discuss in e-commerce, we are using it for identifying consumers, that what kind of consumers they are, what are their choices, what they like, what is their search history, and analyze them to recommend their products. Okay, and another way is by analyzing their reviews. As Manak mentioned that he did sentimental analysis. So basically, it's kind of that only, where you analyze reviews and categorize them into positive and negative. Okay. Then the other in manufacturing, whereas predicting potential problems, monitoring system, automating manufacturing units, maintenance scheduling, anomaly detection. Okay, so basically here in you monitor all your systems, that what are the systems are going. It's very easy for you to determine that where the fault is. So that's how you do it. Okay. In banking, it's fraud detection, credit risk modeling, and consumer lifetime value. So can anyone tell me that what they understand by fraud detection? Like you must have got those calls from credit card companies or loan companies to get some loan. So can you explain in that sense that what do you think is fraud detection and how they are measuring it? You can unmute yourself as well to say or to talk. Yes, please respond, else you won't be able to understand or clear your doubts. It's okay if you are wrong as well. It's good to write and tell that what's going through in your mind. A method to prevent money or property to be acquired by someone through false pretenses. Okay. So I am just giving you hints. So just think about fraud detection basic in terms of the news that you are hearing that uh, there are many people who are taking loans from banks and they are not able to provide or repay those loans to banks. You might have heard some cases like this. Just think on those lines. What can you think?
And adding to Sajil's point, so fraud is a very big area, specifically in credit cards. So whenever you do a transaction, you would observe that a lot of the times the transactions are cancelled when you try to pay them. So that is one of the use cases where the company feels that the transaction doesn't seem valid, so it will be categorized as a fraud detection in that case.
Exactly. Thank you, Raghav, for that. Uh, uh, so fraud detection is basically that whenever a transaction is gone fraud or something like that, or if you are not uh, banking systems try to think that whenever you take a loan, they need some liability that you will repay their loan back. So they analyze through the data that how what was the person's background, that was he able to repay the loan or not. So that's how they detect the fraud. Okay. In healthcare as well, they use drug discovery bioinformatics that I was previously telling you, that they make a log of that what's the drug success rate is, and then they see that are they going towards a positive trend or a negative trend. In transport, as we saw in Ola and Uber example, monitoring system, experience, safety of passengers, this. And in finance, we have customer segmentation, strategic decision making, and risk analytics. So you can go through this, and if you have any doubts, you can ask. So Raina, virtual assistance is basically if you have seen Google and Siri. So that's in the voice assistants or virtual assistants of basically voice assistants are Google and Siri example, and virtual assistants is basically if you have gone on some websites and see a chat box there and you are chatting with a chat box. Yeah, sure. So basically in finance, it says customer segmentation. In finance, basically it means on loans and to make categorize people into different segments. So for example, if someone wants to take a heavy loan, okay, so they have to see their background and analyze that, yeah, would he be able to repay that loan or not. So basically on the background, they pass CRISIL score. Okay, basically CRISIL score is their score which says that we can give a loan to a particular person or not. So according to that, they categorize them into different segments so that they better understand that how many people they can give loan to, and to what people and what amount they should maximum give loan to them. So that's this. Algorithmic trading is basically if you have seen stock market. So many of the analytics is also being done in the stock market, where people analyze the stock uh, going positive or going down based on the news in the going in the company, or based on the news of the overall sector. For example, if today you hear that manufacturing industry is going down, the stock prices of every manufacturing industry is probable to go down as well. Okay, so that's how they analyze algorithmic trading. Okay. So after this, that then let's start. What is data composed of? Okay, data is basically composed of quantities, information, measurements, observations, facts, and numbers. So basically, data has a lot of thing, and it's basically a raw numbers or raw quantity or raw measurements that you have taken in any process that you are using. Okay, and then what's information is, you extract the insights from that data, and how you do it, you manipulate that data, you analyze that data, and then extract the information or insights, so that you can analyze these things. So in if you want to identify consumer behavior, what data would you extract? Guys, can you tell me, if you want to identify consumers in an e-commerce industry, what kind of data will you extract?
Its
Right,
location,
reviews.
devices from which they are using the e-commerce website, and their
Yes,
timing.
yes, yeah, right. So you can extract the time, you can extract date, you can extract what are their search history, what are their reviews, and all these. Okay, so that's basically a number kind of a thing. Okay, so reviews can be categorized into facts, time can be categorized into numbers. Okay, reviews can be categorized into numbers as well. Okay, so these are the kind of things that you extract. Okay, then we have the flowchart, that you have data from various sources, and then you process that data to generate information. Clear, guys? Any doubts till now? Guys, any doubts? Oh, great. And guys, please be more engaging. Reply to the messages, answer, talk in chat box, or you can unmute yourself to talk as well. Okay. Let me share. Okay. So Mm, basically, so this is basically I have prepared this PDF document to basically explain you what analytics as a broader or a technical term is. Analytics is basically use of data, information, and statistical analysis, quantitative methods to better help managers gain improved insight about their business operation. To And some of the examples are pricing, customer segmentation, merchandising, location, and social media. Okay. Yes. Anyone has doubt? Hello. Okay. So, what are the benefits of these? Okay. So, in a business perspective, because it's very important you do not only understand the only a light touch of what are the impacts and what are the benefits of pros and cons. You should also understand it from a business perspective, that what are the benefits that businesses are getting using these data analytics, and why they are paying so hefty amounts to analytics people. So basically, benefits are there are reduced costs, they can better manage risk, they can take faster decision, there is an increase in productivity, profitability, and customer satisfaction. So you can understand it from this perspective that um, whenever you use Amazon, what is your first filter that you use to buy any product? Is it the price? Is it the reviews? Or is it the quality or the material? Quality, brand, okay, right. So just imagine if you do not have like a categorization of the quality on Amazon, that what's the quality of that product is. Would you be able to buy that product? If you don't know the brand and you don't know that what's the uh, brand, what other people feel for that particular brand, would you be able to buy that product? You also use the reviews filter, like you use that star option that I only want to see products which has 3 to 5 rating, right? Exactly. So that's basically customer satisfaction comes there. And when the companies know that these are the highest selling products, they always try to increase their profits from that. Getting my point? Great. Great. Okay. And why everyone wants to like go into analytics and all? Okay, and why business professionals or businesses needs analytics people? Because there is very limited set of people who understand analytics. Okay, analytics is not only that you have a skill set of using some tools. Okay, you can learn that, but to actually derive information from it, which we will learning from this masterclass, that how would you use uh, analytics, you how would you analyze the data to gather information, to tell your manager or the people you are working with that yeah, this was the data, I was able to analyze this information, and now I predict this, is where you are creating a value for the company and for yourself. Okay, so the challenges in the industry are these, that there are very lack of people who actually understand analytics. There are many people who can use analytics tools, but they are not able to generate insights from them. Okay, that's why they have insufficient analytic skills and difficulty in getting good data and sharing that information. Okay. So basically, there are 3 types of data analytics or business analytics that are primarily used. First is descriptive analytics, then it's come predictive, and then prescriptive. So descriptive analysis is basically where you analyze the past and the current business performance and make informed decisions. So to explain you in a very minimal form, so basically if you are running a company, okay, if I want to know that what are you, if I want to know that yeah, what other workshops should I organize, so what I will do is I will see that what was the highest selling workshop, that what was the number of people or number of students attending a particular workshop what was its success rate, and then I see that what are the new current trends of my competitor, of what are the new areas in which I can teach or I can had a workshop, and then I would come to organizing a particular workshop. So that's basically a descriptive analytics where you analyze the past, requirements or the past that you are doing. You understand current business requirements and current performance, and then make an informed decision to actually see that, yeah, this analytics workshop is the next workshop that I should organize. Getting my point? Okay, great. Then, okay, so can you, from this, can you also give some examples for descriptive analytics, whatever we have discussed till now? Can you think about some descriptive analytics examples? Just try. Guys, please respond. So basically, descriptive analytics can be customer reviews. Okay. So you analyze that what are the customer reviews. Okay. What are the best selling products based on those reviews? You analyze that what kind of products you can produce, and then you produce those products that customer would be willing to buy. So, for example, if a particular company at Amazon sees that, yeah, in the furniture market, he has tables, chairs, and maybe laptop tables and desktop tables, and they see that their chairs are the highest selling uh, thing. So basically, they will try to produce chairs as much as possible as compared to tables. Company reports which give idea about the sales, review, return rates by surveys and case studies. Okay, so Raina, company reports which give sales, reviews, and return rates, I would categorize them into predictive analytics rather than descriptive. Okay, descriptive is where you understand your past and also implement those in. You see basically your current business requirement and performance. Okay, let me tell you what predictive analytics is. In predictive analytics, you basically examine historical data, then detect patterns and relationship in those data, and then extrapolate. So basically, if you say sales, I would see that what's my historical data is, then detect what are the pattern in my sales, and then see that in future what sales I would be making. So basically, if I see in my sales that, yeah, that in month of May and June, the sales are going down. So I can see that in future as well, my sales in May and June is going down. So for example, air conditions and coolers and all, okay, those appliances have sales only when there are summers, right? So using the historical data, they have detected that pattern that, yeah, they are selling only in the summer season and not in the winter season. And then according to that, they can extrapolate. Basically, they can see that in 2021, what would be their sales would be. So for example, let's suppose in 2017, they see that their sales was for 10 lakh rupees, and in 2018 they jumped to 20 lakhs, then to 30 lakhs, then to 40 lakhs. So they are seeing a pattern that, yeah, every year they are increasing their sales by 10 lakh. Okay, so they can very well predict that in 2021 their sales would be 60 lakhs. Getting the point? Okay. And then we get into prescriptive analytics, where we identify the best alternatives to maximize and minimize some objectives. So in prescriptive analytics, we basically tell people to what to use and what not to use. This is the area where most people lack in, because this is you can do by tool, this you can do by tools, but this you cannot do by tools. So prescriptive analytics is basically where you give suggest them ways to optimize or maximize their objectives or their plans. For example, if a particular client wants to know that yeah they should launch a particular product or not. Okay. For example, if everyone have heard about Voltas. Voltas is a air conditioning company, right? Yeah. So tomorrow, if Voltas comes with you that they want to launch a particular air conditioner which has 10 features, okay, which can run with your, like, you can switch it on with your mobile phone, you can use an app to change the temperature, it has inverter inbuilt, okay. So you basically need to analyze using these two analytics, descriptive and predictive analytics, what would be the future of that particular AC. Okay. And then tell them that what is the solution to basically prescribe that what he should do. Okay. And how can you do this? You will tell that yeah, see that your competitors are doing this. Okay. They were not able to sell, or they were able to sell these many units, so you will be able to sell these many units as well. Okay. Then you will say that yeah, your competitors is in Europe market, uh, which is not a market which do not need so much air conditioning. But if you launch in an Asia market, you can do more sales, because Asia is a more hot place as compared to Europe regions. Okay. So that's basically a prescriptive analytics where you give them profound solutions to the problems they are asking. Clear any doubt in this? Guys, any doubts? Great. So now talking about what are the softwares that you use for analytics. So the most um, you can say the most convenient or the most popular softwares that people are using right now are Excel, Tableau, and R and Python. Okay. So basically, previously what we used to do is we use spreadsheets only. Now we are using Excel to analyze data. We are now using Tableau to visualize data, and we are using R and Python to basically uh, analyze that what is the data composed of, how to analyze it, how to make it into more meaningful information. Okay, how to extract information and insights through them. So basically, Excel is a very powerful tool in the sense that you can do almost everything in Excel. Okay. But since there needs to be an innovation in the products, people have come out with Tableau software, which is a very simple and drag drop kind of a tool where you can visualize data and see what are the graphs, what are the things that are going on. Okay. Then they are also using R and Python, which are basically the languages in which you code. You code to see what are the what will be the responses that would be coming, or what are the data that you are generating would create insights of. Okay. Yes. So I am coming to SQL as well. So these are the three tools that you are using basically to analyze what is the data. Okay. So SQL is a language which is concerned with the database. Okay. So basically, this is a basically language in which you you use this to extract some of the information, but you need to connect SQL to either Tableau or Python to basically see the trends, basically create charts. Okay. You cannot create charts in SQL directly. Okay. You can extract the information. You can append, delete, or update some information. For example, if I have a database that is composed of, let's suppose, um, customers. So I want to know that what are the top five customers. I can use SQL to know that what are the top five customers. But if I want to represent those five customers over a graph and see that what is their trend, I cannot use SQL. I have to use Excel. You have to use Tableau, and then I have to use either R or Python. So these are the tools that you can use. Okay. The other tools that are used in basically in business industry and are very explicitly used for some type of applications are the tools by IBM, Microsoft, SAS, SPSS, and all. But the most commonly used and powerful tools are Excel, Tableau, R, and Python. So, guys, so any doubts till now? Good. So as I told you that we would be using Excel. So just as everyone said that they have installed Excel, right? That's great. So we would be basically making this kind of dashboard if you can see on my screen. So can you see on my screen that what the dashboard? Okay. So just go through the dashboard and let's see how many of you can actually derive the information from this dashboard and what kind of information can you derive from it. And then let's see when you will be working on this dashboard making that, what would be your what would be your improvements in the insights. So now I would be like, since very less people are replying, I would be now taking the names. Okay. Abhiraj, from the dashboard, what is the insight that you can see? Can you see the screen, right? Yeah. I'll Don't worry, I'll explain you the dashboard very well, but just from seeing that, what do you see? What insights can you tell me? Only one insight. Percentage of salary given to different sectors of a company. Okay. By sectors, you mean that admin, audit, director, right? Departments. Okay. 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 Data of different stores in different regions. Okay. Cost distribution. Incomes earned distributed in different sectors, right? Salaries. Okay. Anyone else? Ganesh, Harsh, Harshmita, Hetal, Karthik, Kashvi, Kritika. Rent, utility according to months, right? Right, right. What else? Composite of expense of an organization. Okay, right. Okay. Hmm. Comparison of sales and cost incurred from this relates to measure company will take to reduce cost. Right, right. Okay. So yeah, every we can predict the future sales and cost based on this data. Right, right. We can. Okay. So you're right. But these are the things that you say that what is visible from this particular dashboard. Okay. But how you give an insight and what insight do you think that you should tell it to the client? Okay. In a business perspective. Okay. I would always talk about what you should tell in a business perspective. Okay. You, because everyone can see that this particular graph sees the cost distribution of your company, but the insight that you are seeing is that what you will tell to the client that see, you are actually spending 50% of your cost in employee salary. That's basically the insight that you would be giving. Okay. So that's the insight you can generate from this particular graph that yeah, almost 50% of your expense is going to employee salary. Okay. That's one. Okay. Then you can see that which store, you can say the store 1431 is actually selling more and producing more because the cost of goods sold is more and the sales is also more. Okay. From this particular graph, you can say that the breakdown of the salaries is same for every store, means that in every store the maximum amount of expense goes to employee salary only. Okay. From this particular graph, you can say that you are spending most on the salaries of marketing people, and there are the maximum number of marketing people as well. Okay. From this, you can say that yeah, you have maximum stores in Andhra Pradesh region. These are the kind of insights that you tell to a client. Okay. You don't tell that what actually this graph means. Okay. And that's why you would see that I have not listed any title for any of these graphs, because the graphs are self-explanatory, and the thing that they are self-explanatory is only because you can see these graphs, and that's why you were able to write that what that graphs actually means. And are you understanding what I'm saying? You're getting? Great. Okay. So when you will work on this particular dashboard, okay, you will have to say insights, not what that particular graph means. Okay. You should design your graph or you should design your dashboard. Okay. So the inner circle is basically the count, like what are the number of people in each department, and the outer circle depicts that what is the percentage distribution of the salaries given to each of the department. So, Karthik, can you see here is a count and here it is written salaries. So, for example, if there are 100 people, then you would say 22 people are in marketing, okay, 20 people are in R&D, and 12 people are in sales, like that. Okay. Okay. So, guys, I would now start with Excel. So, can you all open the Excel file, uh, like the Excel software? And once you have opened it, let me know. Yes, that's the course, Nidhi. That's the case study. Okay. Yeah. And guys, please check your mails. I have also mailed you the data files for this. Okay. So let me know when you get the mails and are you able to open that Excel file or not? So guys, wanted to know that how are you liking the dashboard? Do you think that it's a good dashboard? That's great. Great. And I would expect that you make it more better, more good. Okay. And don't use the same colors. Okay. That I use because may I want like multiple colors that everyone should make a different kind of dashboards. Okay. Okay. So tell me what are your favorite colors as well, so we can decide who would be taking what colors. Okay, mine blue, red, green. Okay, okay, neon green. Okay, I am not sure Nidhi you will get neon green in Excel. Okay, gray, black, navy blue. Okay, okay, blue, right, yellow and orange. Great, violet. Okay, that's great. That's nice. So expect we would have like good colorful dashboards then. That's great. Okay. So guys, just see that you have got two sheets, employees and stores, right? Okay. Everyone was able to open it in the laptops. Okay. Great. Let me now share that. Okay. So basically, in data analytics thing, so I'll tell you what is the difference between this sheet and the sheet that you look at here. So you have to basically transform this sheet, employees and store sheet, to this sheet, employees and stores. Okay. You think that this sheet looks much more better and good to show it to anyone? You think that the sheet that you have got is very basic and very boring kind of a thing? Yeah. So basically, the sheet that you or maybe either from any data source. Okay. So that's kind of the sheet that you would be seeing. Okay. Can you see in that there are some errors as well? Error as in the column name is not proper. Okay. This is not proper. What is this? This is not proper. Okay. Right. If you go to here, you see that north, south, west, there are spelling errors, right? Can you see it? Yes, please respond. So the first step in data analytics, whenever you get this data, is data cleaning. Okay. First, you have to clean the data. Okay. What do you mean by cleaning the data? Cleaning the data means that you have to make it more meaningful in the sense that everyone should be able to understand that data properly. Okay. So how will you do that? Okay. So you basically do like this. Okay. For example, if there's a column name, it says geo, you transform it to geography. Or instead of geography, you can say it as regions. Okay. Because geography is not north, south, east, and west. These are regions. Getting the point? Yes, what is SA? Okay, what do you think that SA could be? Okay, now these are the things that you don't know actually. Okay, what is SA? So sometimes you actually need to understand from the people who what you didn't get, Kritika. So basically, geography means that that's basically, is it Europe, is it Asia, is it Americas, or like that? Okay. So, but north, south, east, and west are not basically geographies. They are regions. Okay. So you can say it as regions. Okay. And essay. So essay is not basically the salaries or something like that. Okay. So why I have added this particular column is something that you as a person would not know that what essay would means. So you have to actually ask the person that from which you get this data to explain that what essay means. So essay here basically means store area. So this is the area of the store. Okay, clear? Yeah. So let me explain you the things. Okay. So have you changed the column this name regions and store areas? Okay, great. So basically now I'll tell you how the Excel looks like. Okay. So Excel here is the ribbon or what you can say that this is the functioning tab where you will find different functions. For example, home, developer, insert, page layout, and you will find all the functions here. Okay. Then these are called the cells. And the cells is being read as A1. Okay. First the column name and then the row name. So for store, the cell name is A1. Clear, guys? So for month, what would be the cell name? Right, E1. Right. So these are columns. Okay. So can someone tell me what is the last column in Excel? What is the last column that you can see in Excel? Guys, you can unmute yourself as well if you are taking time to type. And how did you go to XFD? Did you go by using this crawler? Right. So that's how. Manak, do you have any doubts? Exactly. So basically, to move, yes. So to tell you that how you move in Excel, okay. You use right arrow keys. Okay. If you want to become good in Excel, you should not use mouse, or you should minimize the use of mouse. Okay. So use arrow keys to move. Okay. Now, if you press Control with the right arrow, you will move to the right hand side, which has the last data. Control plus right arrow. And were you able to move? Press once Control and right arrow. Raina, what is the issue that you are getting? So guys, click on any cell, press Control and then right arrow on your keyboard. Yes, I am not sure about MacBook. You would have to install Microsoft Excel on MacBook, and there will be different functions for MacBook. Yeah, maybe I
Oi,
maybe after the class I can share with you the MacBook functionalities. Okay, and if you press one more time Control and right arrow, you will reach to the last call. And to move backwards, you would have to press Control and left arrow, and again Control and left arrow, and you will move to A column. Guys, keep noting these, because at the end of the session and at the end of the week, everyone would be making this Excel in which you would be having all the shortcuts and a description of these shortcuts. And don't think you will copy paste it from the internet or something like that, because I also know that what are the description and websites you will get. So don't try to use internet for the same. Okay. So now if you want to move down to the last row, can someone tell me, using this function, control arrow down and then arrow down, what is the row number for the last row? Exactly. So were you able to navigate using control and the arrow keys? Okay, great. Now I will tell you the functionality of control shift arrow. If you press control and then shift and then the right arrow, it will select all the cells to the right. And if you select control shift down, it will select all the rows in a particular column. Please try that. Great. Now, if you just so by control shift and right arrow, we were able to select all the cells. But if you want to select only two cells or only three cells, you should use shift plus arrow key. Okay. If you want to select three rows, you should use shift plus down arrow. Try that. Okay. First is control plus arrow. Okay. Control plus arrow. Okay. Control plus shift plus arrow. Okay. And then you have shift plus arrow. This will select, this will select all, and this is for navigate. Kritika, so everyone clear on this? Guys, please respond. Great. Okay. So this is how you move to cells. Okay. Now, now there are some functions. Okay. So there is one function called equal to sum. Okay. Which basically sums what is the sum of the selected cells that you have. Okay. For example, I want to know that what are the sum of these three. So what I'll do is I will write it as equal to, I will write sum, I will click on these three and close the brackets. Okay. Where G2 is the starting cell, G4 is the end cell, and you place colon so to calculate it in a range. Okay. If you want to calculate the sales of these three, you will calculate like this. Okay. And here you can see that what the function is. And this is called the function tab. So guys, calculate first, calculate the sales in January month. Here you can see the function. What's the function written? So guys, calculate sales in January month and tell me what function will you use and write it in the chat. Okay, great. Others, can you please write? Okay. So how will you write it? You will use sum, and then you will see how many are given you. Okay. So when you scroll down, see the cell here, which is G21, and then you will calculate. Like, hello, am I audible now? Okay, great. So, guys, have you calculated this? Okay. Similarly, calculate. Okay. So now, how you apply filters and what are filters? Okay. So this is how you see functions. Okay. So there is one function called sum. We will be using the other function called average. Okay. Average also is the same. So if I want to know that what are the average rent for February month, okay, I can go to like this and see it like this, and I would get to know that the average rent for February month was 125015. Clear, guys? Any doubts till now? Guys, please respond. I see only two, three messages in chat box. Okay, great, great. So there is one function called sum, then there is one function called count, and the other function called average, which we would be using explicitly here. Okay. So count basically. So count would basically means that how many cells are there which has data. Okay. So for example, if I remove this number and I count that what is the total count here, I would get only two. Okay. And not three. And I know what answer do you getting? The answer was this. Okay. So count basically will tell you how many cells have data. Okay. And all these functions are calculation functions. Okay. Then we have a function called min, and then we have a function called max. Okay. Minimum would tell you the minimum range. Okay. So for example, if I want to know what is the minimum range of the store, I would go like this. Okay. And I will get the minimum is 3000. And if I want to know max, I would go like this. And then I would come here and select this and this. So so to select the complete range, how you did it was min and then come to cell number G2, sorry, F2, and then press shift control down arrow. You will select all the things. Similarly for max, press shift control down arrow. Guys, you know this?
So, guys, one more thing that you can do to quickly check if the formulas are coming correctly or not is so that you can show them by right clicking at the bottom. We can see the values as it is uh, in the bottom toolbar by adding the min, max, and all the functions.
Sure, sure. So guys, you can also see the value is coming correct or not. You can just select all the column here and you can see the sum, the count, and the average that is coming. Guys, have you tried using these five formulas? So we can go next. Great. Okay, great. So now let me tell you about the filters. Okay. So you can use filters to actually do some manipulations. Okay. The filter is coming here. Okay. This. Go to the data tab and just select on filter. Okay. And it will provide these arrows at every column. Okay. Also, the keyboard shortcut is so Excel is very powerful in the sense that you can traverse all this function tab using press Alt. If you press Alt, you would get these alphabets. File F, H, home, developer Y1, N. So if I want to go to data, I can press Alt, then A, and then for filter, I can press T. Okay. It has removed the filter because I previously had it. So I can press Alt A and then T. So I will get the filter here. Guys, clear on this? So now what you can do is you apply the filter, okay? And now you want to see how many stores are there in Delhi. So you can press on this arrow and select Delhi from here. So you will get the data filtered. Okay. And now you can use shift control down arrow to actually see what was the count of Delhi. So now use filter. Okay. To use filter to tell me sales of 1339 store. And guys, be active and engaging. And if you have any doubts, please ask. So basically, what you will do is you will go to store, you will search 1339 here, you will press enter, okay, and then you will go to G column, press Control Shift down arrow key to see the sum 565,16700. Has have everyone done it? Yes, right now use mouse, okay. So what you will do is I am explaining again, okay. To get the filter, you will press Alt A T, then click on this button, search 1339, see that it's checked, press OK, and then go to the sales column, press Control Shift down arrow key to get the sum 565,16700. And the keyboard shortcuts that you use was Alt A T to implement the filters. Okay. Then you can press Alt and down arrow key to open the filter. Okay. Then you can select 1339 with spacebar. Then press enter to OK. And then go to G column and press Control Shift down arrow key to calculate the sum as 565,16700. Yes, done. Can we move next? Alt down arrow. Okay, great. Okay, now let's sort of clean the data a little bit more. Okay, so this is basically talking about NCR, Punjab, Haryana. These are basically states. So just change the name to states. Okay, and anyone remember that the store name was not only a number; it was basically store 2671, right? When I showed you the dashboard, someone noticed that the name of the store was store 2671. Guys, everyone done with filter, right? Please say yes or no. Okay. So everyone noticed that on the dashboard, it was store 2671 rather than just store. Okay. So what we would do is we will insert a column and do store 26171. So initially, if you do what you will do, you will go to that cell and do write like this store. Okay. Now go to this and you will write store. Okay. This is a tedious task. Okay. And you can't do it for 240. Okay. It will take time. Okay. So what you will do is you will go to column B and right click and put insert. It will insert a column. And the shortcut to insert a column is select the whole column B with control shift down arrow and press control shift plus and it will say entire column and you can get to entire column. Guys, were you able to add a new column? Yes, control shift downward arrow, select the whole column. Okay, press control shift plus and then you will get this tab. Okay, pop-up box, select entire column and click OK. Great. Okay. Now what header you will give is store name. Okay. Add a store name and now we will use a function called concatenate. Okay. So we will basically concatenate store and this. Okay. And now we can go to this and then do this. So the task that you would be taking for like 15-20 minutes to update for 240 numbers, I have done it in just 2 or 3 seconds. Okay. Okay. So how will you do it? Press equal to concat. Okay. Then in quotes, write store, close the quotes, put comma, and then write A2 and close the brackets. Everyone done? Guys, done? I'll tell you, Ganesh, that what is the absolute reference or not. Okay. Don't worry. So now press Control C, go to the cell A2, then go to cell down, press Control arrow down to go to cell 241, then the next cell, then Control Shift up arrow key, and then press Control V. The formula would be copy pasted to every cell in B column. Yeah, sure. Do it with me together. You press Control C, go to A2, then press Control down to go to cell 241, then come to cell B241, press Control Shift up arrow key and press Control V. Concatenation function basically adds or joins the text that you put and the cell value. So basically it joins this text with this value. Guys, please do it together. Okay. Press Control C, go to cell A2, then come to cell A241, then go to B241, go to up, press Control V. Okay, guys, I am moving next now. Okay, now you have done this, you have to press Control C and do Control Alt V, and you have to paste Y values so that now you get the store name, not the function. Yes, clear? What are error you are getting? Perfect. Kadib, what function you are using? Can you type it in the text chat box? Yes, paste, paste this. Ganesh, what is the difference between selecting Control D from bottom up then from bottom down? So bottom up, basically the problem is if you don't have a data at this particular value, when you go from bottom up, the data will be copy pasted here, till here only. If you have a lot of data, you might not be able to see a blank. Whereas if you go from down to up, okay, you would be able to see the top because you know that you are on cell 2. The top is cell 2, B2. What error are you guys getting? Nidhi and Karthik. Can any one of you share the screen? Can any of you can share the screen? Guys, don't just uh, you might be getting error because you are just putting concat like this and just not pressing tab. Okay, you have to make it capital. Okay, use this. Okay, whenever you do a function, okay, whenever you see that this is the function that you want, select this function or put tab. Okay, and then add store comma a2. That's done. So after you get it, then just press or select everything, then do Control C and then do Control Alt V and then click on values and then OK. Right. Okay. Going next, you can delete this extra column if you have by right click using mouse and click on delete. Okay. And now once you have this, you can delete this A column as well. Okay. Now you can, now I'll tell you how to convert this particular table into a table. Okay. So go to select this, go to design, go to first insert and then put table and then do my table has headers and press control and your table will be converted into this like this. Ganesh, by control alt V, you would have seen that formulas have removed. So how to make a table? Just select your table. So how would you select it? You will first click on A1, then press Control Alt Shift right arrow key. It will select all the column till M. Then press Control Shift key and then press downward. Okay, it will select all the table. Great. Then click on insert and then click on table. And then you will get this pop out as create table, and my table has headers. And then click OK. Guys, done? Guys, please respond if you have done it. Great, great. Now we'll be going to the next topic, which is the most required topic called pivot tables. Okay, just click on insert and then click on pivot table and then click on new worksheet. Add this data to the data model, choose select, and then press OK. Guys, done? Okay. Right now, you would see that your table name would basically come as table 2. Okay. So the problem is that whenever you have such names called table 2, okay, it becomes a problem for you guys if you have multiple tables. Okay. So it's very essential that whenever you work, you name each and every table. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll delete this particular sheet. Okay. By right clicking on this and click on delete. Okay. And then go onto this sheet, select everything, and rename the table name from table 2 to stores. And then make a pivot table again. And then you will see that the name is changed to stores. See here. Always remember to add checkbox to this. Add this data to the data model and then click. Guys, just comment yes when you are done till now. Others, those those who are done, okay. So basically, when I asked you earlier that tell me the sales in January month, okay, you calculate it by selecting all these sales till January. But think from this perspective, if ask you that tell me the sales of every month, you would have to select each and every column by a month, which is a very hectic job. Okay. That's where pivot table comes into picture. They can easily help us to filter and to compress the data and analyze the data easily. Okay, you will see the month column here. Okay, just click on this month and drag it to rows. Ganesh, you will have to select this table, go to design, and then change here. Okay, now you can pull sales one and keep in values. Okay, now just see the number that you see here matches the one that you calculated, right? Right. Okay, so let me explain what are these four windows. Okay, so this is the pivot window which will say your table name and the columns. Okay, this will basically represent the rows. Rows would be the data that you see here. Okay, and this would be the column. So if I shift month to columns, the value will get like this. Okay, and this is the value that you want to calculate. Okay, so for example, if I want to find the rent instead of sum of sales, so I'll remove the sum of sales and put rent. So I will get the rent. Okay, so now you guys will calculate. Calculate region wise rent using pivot table. How many agents do we have? Yes. Yes, calculate. So Hetal, you will tell me north rent. Abirud, you will tell me south rent. Nidhi, you will tell me west. And Manak, you will tell me east. So if I just remove this and this, okay, and select the regions, and select rent. I will get it. Everyone done with this? Ganesh, what you didn't get? Ganesh, can you unmute yourself and tell me what you didn't get?
Hello.
Yeah, Ganesh, you are audible.
Hi. So I was actually not on the screen and doing it on the table. So I missed what you did here. And while I
So,
can do the same while using advanced sorting or filter, but I haven't caught it how to do it with pivot tables.
basically, go to this, okay, go to insert and do pivot table. Then you will get this. Select regions and put it in rows, and select rent and put it in values.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay. Others, please calculate region-wise rent, sales, cost, personal, utilities, consumables, and miscellaneous. Calculate sum of everything in separate columns. For example, if I want personal cost, I will add personal cost below this. Now I will get east rent is this and personal cost is this. Guys, any doubts, anything that you think you are not getting it? Because during the week you have to do it. Okay. The next topic that I would be doing is charts. Okay. So you have to actually design charts now. Okay. So just see if you are able to get all this or not. Yeah, Nidhi, you can unmute yourself and ask the doubt.
Sir, using pivot table, the sum of rent sum I got was 9258001
Hmm.
000. But using the normal sheet and calculating the sum using function, it was something 28274800.
Did you select the east? How did you calculate
Yes,
it
sir.
from the sheet? But you would have used the
Normal
filter
two
there.
sheets. Sorry, sir.
You would have used the filter, right?
Yes, sir.
So yeah. So I was thinking that no one asked me this down. Okay. So if you select east, okay. So right now you see that the data here is not continuous. You will see east as then south and then west. Okay. So when you filter, okay, that's what the advantage of pivot is. Okay. So when you filter east here and calculate the sales from here, you are actually calculating it from the starting cell called B7 to the end of the cell, which is B2231. Okay. So in between, if there is any occurrence which have different regions as well, you will get the sum of that cell as well. That's why you are getting uh, different number. Okay. So to give you an example, let me tell you like this. East 5. Okay. So if you want to calculate sum of east, okay. So let me do it like this region, and let's suppose these are the sales. Okay. I applied the filter. I selected on east and I see that it's 32, 16, 16, 32, 32 plus 5, 7. Okay. But when I do like this, it will not show the same number like this. Okay. So that's the problem because you are actually adding from total here. Okay. But if you filter on this and select this and then see the sum here, then this sum will reflect here correctly. Okay. Even in this, if I select the rent here, okay, I would see here the sum would be same. But if I use the sum formula and calculate it from here to here, it will not give me the same for answer. Why? Because see the formula. It's calculating it from I7 to I231. It's not based on the filter. It's just calculating it from the first to the last cell. Clear, everyone? Great. So that's where you get the advantage of using pivot tables. Okay. So everyone has done this. Okay. Great. Now let's go to charts. Okay. So when you click on this, you will see insert. And insert, you would have options called chart here. Right? Now these are different charts. For example, bar chart. Okay. Then these bar charts. Okay. So for example, this. Okay. You can, what you can do is, it's very easy. You just go on to this, put insert, and then add a column chart. Okay, this is a bar histogram chart that you call, and it actually depicts in what region what are the sum of rent. Okay, everyone can make this chart. Guys, please respond. Okay. If I want to make a line chart, I'll just go here, put insert, and go to here and make a line chart. Okay. If I want to make a slice chart, I can go here and put slice chart. Which you think would be a better representation, bar, line, or a circular pie chart? Okay. 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 I'll draw both the charts now. So on the screen you can see both the charts. Okay. So by this, these two charts actually tells you which region has the maximum contribution towards rent, like which region actually paying the maximum in rent. Okay. So charting basically depends on what you want to convey. Okay. Whereas if I use a line chart here, it will not be giving me a very insightful interpretation. Okay. From this, I can see from the area of the gray region that yeah, south is the maximum. Okay. But the problem is I'm not able to identify from south and east. Okay. But from here, maybe I can readily see that east is more as compared to south. Okay. Line charts you use when you want to show a trend. Okay. For example, I would use a line chart. Okay. Go here again. Okay. Click on insert again. Click on pivot and now add another pivot table. And instead of new worksheet, add to existing worksheet. Just select this and it will ask the location and you can tell the location here. Click anywhere here and then press OK. And now do month and select rent. Okay. Now make a line chart. Now, when you see this, okay, it's actually telling you the trend that in every month the cost is same, the rent is same. Okay. Whereas if you let's suppose put sales here, it's actually saying giving you the trend of the sales. So remember always that line charts are very useful in showing trends, whereas bar graphs and uh, pie charts are very useful in showing the contribution of each and every element as a whole. Clear, guys? You were able to add,
Hello. Hello.
yes,
Still, can you tell how did you select the month?
sorry.
How did you select the month? Or
Yeah, sure. Sure. So these are two different pivot tables, okay? This is one pivot table and this is second. So you can't actually do it in the same pivot table. So I went to stores again. I selected the whole table, went to insert, click on pivot table, and then I clicked on existing worksheet. Then I added a location, any location, let's suppose this. Remember to add this data to the data model and click on OK. And then here, select month in rows and sales in values. Clear, everyone? Great. Nice. Now I'll tell you how to. Now, do you think that the charts are looking very plain and very like monotonous, and it doesn't look the way exciting it was that in the way that I showed you, right? Right. So what we'll do is click on this paint brush, okay? And then there are some styles. You can select the ones that you like. For example, this, this, okay? This, this. Any style that you like, you can choose. For example, I choose this style. Okay, then I can also change the color. Okay, then there are these color banners. So for example, if I want to select gray, I want to select orange, I want to select blue, green, okay, multicolored, this, you can choose any kind of colors that you want. Okay, so for example, let me just choose this orange or brown. Okay, let me also do it for this. I can choose maybe this for this, okay, or maybe this. And then on the colors, I can choose maybe yellow for this. Guys, were you able to change the colors? Yes, please respond yes or no. Yes, please answer yes or no. Ethel, can you unmute yourself and tell what's the issue that you have got?
So I couldn't find the brush.
Sorry. Click on the chart. Click on chart, and then you will see these two icons. Abhirud, in the styles, you will see a particular option which says which has percentage. So if you click on this, you will see this option which says percentage, which has percentage. Abhirud, clear? Clear? Abhirid, were you? Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, yeah. Tell me, sir.
So you clicked on plus and you had different styles.
Yeah.
So in none of these styles you were having plus like uh so if you click this and you are not able to see these multiple styles.
No, actually, mine is the 2010 version. It doesn't come like this. It just on the top in the function bar. It just displays the different types of colors and all.
Okay, okay. Then I think you need to install 2016 or 2012.
Yeah, maybe that's the reason. I think.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
guys done. So guys, any doubts till now? Now you can add multiple pivots. Okay. So let me add another pivot. Maybe for example, I select this and I add a pivot. Okay. Here. Okay. And I say states and then I say sales, cost of goods and rent. Okay. Then I can click on this, insert, and then I can put a line chart. Okay. Instead of this, I can also add store names. So the graph you saw, okay, just a second. The graph that you saw, it's basically a line chart that says sum of sales and sum of goods. Okay, so how you can make this? You can make this here. You can add here only sales and cost of goods sold, and here you get this particular chart. Okay, and add a new worksheet. And what you can do is you can add this, copy paste this chart and add it to a new worksheet like this. Okay, and you can add every chart like this, copy paste the chart and add it to the new worksheet. Like this. Mhm. And then you will be able to make the dashboards. Okay, are you able to um, make these charts and add it to another sheet, guys? Please reply yes or no. Okay, great. So what basically your task for the next week is now? Okay, let me tell you this and you can note it down. Okay, we did the functionality for this stores table. Okay, so you have to make the charts, as many charts as you can, and display it in a dashboard like this. Okay, To make it more clean, what you can do is you can go to page layout and uncheck this view. Okay, so it will remove all the lines here, and then you can press Control A and click on home and color this to red. Okay, so you can do like this. Okay, guys, you got how to remove the grid lines and add the color. Yeah, sure. So to remove the grid lines, you should go to page layout. Okay, uncheck this view, grid lines view. Uncheck this, press Ctrl A anywhere on the sheet and go to home and then add any color of your choice. Okay. Now the next task for you for the week is you have to create as many dashboards as you can using this sheet. Okay. And you have to clean this sheet as well. Okay, clean as in you have to change the capital to this. Okay, uh, somewhere you can see R&D only. Marketing is just written as MKTY TG. Okay, just clean this particular sheet, make this a table, and try to make graphs out of these tables as well. Okay, and then in the next session, what we'll be doing is we'll be connecting this table to this particular table. Okay. Ganesh, after unchecking, press Control A anywhere in the cell and add color. You got what you have to do. I'll repeat. Try to make as many charts as you can using this sheet. Okay. And put it over the dashboard. Name is at store dashboard. Okay. How would you change the name? Double click on the sheet name and then you can change the name. Okay. Then clean this particular table. Okay, you would have to change the store name as well here as concatenate that you did. Okay, convert it into a table as you did here and then make pivot tables using this table and try to make another dashboard for employee dashboard. So you will be making two dashboards, stores and employees. Try as many charts as you can. Okay, and if you have any doubt, you can post it on a WhatsApp group. I will be posting a link of the Excel in which you can add your doubts and then we can pick it there. Guys, now I am open to any Q&A, question and answers. If you have any questions, you can ask. Okay. Why we are making this dashboards is you have to derive the insights. Okay. The insights that I told you. Okay. Please note the dashboard that the data that I used Okay, I have manipulated or changed the data a little bit. So there is a possibility you won't get the same insights as I told you earlier. So that you can actually brainstorm that what are the insights that you are getting from the charts. And you will be judged and you will be given the performance rating according to the insights that you have generated. You have to actually explain the insights, write it in a Word document that what are the insights that you have generated from each and every chart that you are making. And the insights, as I told you, are like this. For example, if you see, you can say that for store 1431, the sales and the cost is greater than every other store. So the most profit you how would you write it? The most profitable store is store 1431. Okay. How would you tell an insight on this? That the east region has the maximum rent, whereas the west region, the north region has the minimum rent. Okay. You can say like this here, the February saw the least number of sales, and August and July saw the highest number of sales. Clear, guys, how to actually write the insights? Any doubts? Now you can unmute yourself and ask any doubts that you want.
Sir, can you please once again mention all the assignments you have given for the week?
So basically what you have to do is using this stores table, you have to make as many charts. Okay, how would you make charts? You have to make different pivot tables and add charts. Okay, right now I've shown you line charts, bar charts, pie charts, and bar charts. Draw as many charts as you can, put make a store dashboard and add those charts here. Okay, and then when you are done with this, you will go to employees table, clean this table, clean as in do north. See, north is n small, you have to capitalize it. West is written as WES. South it's written as SOTH. Okay, marketing is written as MKTG. Okay, do this. Use the concatenate function to get this name proper here. Okay, convert this table into a normal table as this, the stores table, and then use as many charts as you can here as well and add them to employee dashboard. So you would be making two dashboard. One is for employee and then is for store. Okay. Then we'll tell you how to connect these two dashboard as well. Got it?
So
Yeah.
I have a 2007 version. So
Hmm.
at the home, I'm getting conditional formatting and format as table. What is the difference between this and the design of the table?
So you are getting only these two options, right?
Yes.
So what your doubt was?
Like, are they different from design of the table?
Yeah, they are very different from the design of the table. Design of the
Like
table you
how?
will get here. So conditional formatting is basically you use some functions or you put some conditions to actually format some of these cells. Okay, so they are very different. And this design, if you go here, you will change the designing of the table. For example, if I change this, this will do green. Okay, so that's how it is.
But this thing is, I'm also getting it in format as table.
This function, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so basically, if you go right now, this is not a table. So if you just do like this, it will not do anything. Okay, so it's just only for creating a new color style. Okay, but whereas if you go to design, you will have all the things. So for example, if you want to remove this header row, okay, you remove this. Okay, you remove banded rows, you will get banded rows. Okay, you will select first column, you will say see first column is bolded. Okay, so these kind of thing you will get here, the table properties you will get here. Okay, whereas if you go to home, you will only get the table designing properties here. Okay, see, if you click on it, it's written quickly convert a range of cell to a table with its own style. Okay, whereas it will take all the whole table, so it's an extra. See, the banner that you see here is the same banner that is this. Okay, nothing is different, but you won't see these functions: table style option, external table, tool, properties here. Okay, so home is basically they have extracted some of the functions from each of these tabs so that you can actually use those easily. That's it. Clear? Okay. Great. Any other doubts, guys? Okay, guys. If you don't have any doubts, I think then you work on this for the next week, and let's meet next week and complete to make this particular dashboard. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Sir,
Yeah.
one last, where do you want us to write these impacts?
In a Word document.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Bye.